Hello everyone, welcome to 3DDesignAcademy.com. Now this lesson is going to be a super quick one. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a spring. Now in a suspension system like this, of course you need a spring. So I'm going to show you guys how to make the spiral over here. There's a pretty neat trick. So what you need to do is a set of two curves that are perpendicular to each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snap to the grid and just bring it up like this. And I'm going to snap to the grid again. And I'm just going to, well, you can do it in X or Y. Doesn't really matter as long as they're somewhat perpendicular. Well, actually it doesn't even need to be perpendicular. But when you have a set of two curves, a setup like this, all you have to do is just click on bi-rail over here. I'm just going to change to rail, and you can click this as a gen and this as a rail. Now, of course, this doesn't really look like much, but all you have to just rotate X1 over here. Now you can do a random number, so let's say I don't know 1500, and it's going to create a spiral like this. But if you want a full circle, you just have to do a multiple of 360, because right now, as you can see, the start and end point is a little bit different. But let's say you wanted a perfect circle or like an exact number loop. What you can do is just do a multiply of 360 degrees. So maybe I'll just do 1800, and yeah, you can do something like this. Now after that, what you can do is you can just grab the tubular offset tool over here and just click on one of the surfaces or the surface edge like this. And of course you do want to change the radius over here. So maybe I'll just make it a little bit thicker and just go ahead and hit build, and it's going to make this. Now when you're doing this, so you gotta be a little bit careful, and you just gotta pay a little bit of attention to the construction setting. Because let's just go to the construction options. So right now I'm just using user defined, which has quite a loose maximum gap of 0.1. Now I'm just going to put this to the side, and let's take a look at what happens if I just use a little bit tighter tolerance. So I'm just using the Alias tutorial tolerance that I've been using. So it's got a maximum gap of 0.01. So if I were to do the same thing over here like this, and let's just do the same dimension, 50, and let's just let it build, and you'll see that there are a lot more spans because it's trying to make sure that it fits to the surface edge of this rail, which has quite a lot of spans. So but if you want to make it tight, you do have to make sure that you have to make sure you go to the fitting, and let's say you want to make a spring that's a little bit taller. Just make sure to increase the number of spans or the max surface spans, because otherwise you won't be able to generate it, or you're going to get a warning that says max surface spans reached. So, but I would actually prefer to use a little bit looser tolerance, so that's what you can do. All right, so that is a pretty quick one, and that is how you make a spring. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time. Want to learn Autodesk Alias and digital sculpting? Then become a member at 3DDesignAcademy.com, where you'll find hundreds of video tutorials ranging from basics, including curve creations, intermediate level tutorials such as this wheel, all the way to Class A modeling of the entire car exterior. Interested? Visit 3DDesignAcademy.com.